All right, this problem, we're going to be solving a tax rate using a system of linear equations. So let's read the problem first. A theater group made appearances in two cities. The hotel charge before tax in the second city was $1,000 lower than in the first. The tax in the first city was 9.5%, and the tax in the second city was 5%. The total hotel tax paid for the two cities was $602.50. How much was the hotel charge in each city before tax? All right, so first, let's say that X is the hotel charge in dollars in the first city before tax. Y is the hotel charge in dollars in the second city before tax. And we're going to organize the information that we're given into a table. So the first row here says charge before tax in dollars, tax rate, and tax paid. In the first column, we have first city, second city, and total. So X is the hotel charge in the first city. Y is the hotel charge in the second city. Both tax rates are given to us as percents. However, we are going to change them into decimals. And in order to change a percent into a decimal, you divide by 100. Now, divided by 100 is essentially the same as moving the decimal point two spaces to the left. So 9.5% is going to become 0.095. 5% is going to become 0.05. To figure out how much tax was paid, we take the tax rate and multiply it by the charge. So 0.095 times x is 0.095x. The tax paid in the second city, 0.05 times y, is 0.05y. Now, what we need to do is come up with our equations. Actually, before that, let's figure out the total. And the total, we were told, is $602.50. So we're going to write an equation here using this last column. Tax paid in the first city is 0.095x plus the tax paid in the second city, 0.05y, adds up to the total tax of $602.50. Now we still need another equation in order to establish our system of equations, and we're going to go back to information that was told to us first. We haven't used this yet. The hotel charge before tax in the second city was $1,000 lower than in the first. The hotel tax in the second city, remember, is represented by the variable y, and the hotel tax in the first city is represented by the variable x. So what we're going to write is y is equal to x minus $1,000. Y, the hotel charge in the second city, is $1,000 less than the hotel charge in the first city. And the way we're going to solve this problem is by using substitution. So we're going to, instead of writing y in this equation here, the first equation, we're going to substitute instead x minus 1,000. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll rewrite 0.095x plus, notice that y is being multiplied by 0.05, so we'll write 0.05, and we'll put a parentheses because instead of y, we're going to write x minus 1,000. And we know that whole thing is equal to $602.50. And we'll drop the 0 for the time being. All right, our next step will be to distribute the 0.05 to the x and the negative 1,000. So that's going to get distributed. So let's write 0.095x plus 0.05 times x is simply 0.05x. 0.05 times negative 1,000 is negative 50. And we have 602.5 on the right-hand side. All right, our next step is going to be to combine like terms. So 0.095x plus 0.05x adds up to 0.145x, and we have minus 50 equals 602.5. Okay, next step. Let's get all the x's on one side and all the numbers on another side. So in order to do that, we're going to move the minus 50 to the right side, and we will add 50 in order to do that. So the 50s will cancel each other out, become 0 essentially, and we will bring down the 0.145x. Now, 602.5 plus 50 is 652.5. Our next step will be to divide both sides of the equation by 0.145. And of course, these are going to divide out to become 1, and we'll now bring up our calculator, and let's type in 652.5 divided by 0.145, and we get 4,500. So what this means is in the first city, the hotel charge was $4,500. Now, we still want the hotel charge in the second city, and in order to do that, we're going to take the 4,500 and plug it into this equation here. So, y we know is equal to x minus 1,000. Instead of x, we can now write 4,500 minus 1,000. Let's clean this up here a little bit. For 4,500. And 4,500 minus 1,000 is 3,500. Therefore, in the first city, we know that they paid $4,500, and in the second city, they paid $3,500.